Episode 29.
You had to think about that, didn't you?
Yeah, it's true. I was like, where are we? How far have we come?
It's piling up. It's piling up. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Corey and MC Live. This is episode 29, like Corey just said right there. And hey, Corey, first, before we start anything, happy 4th of July to you and all of your, American friends and everybody in the audience who's in the United States. Happy 4th of July. What do you do? What are you doing after this today? Are you going to blow off some fireworks or what are you going to do?
I got about 437 pounds of high quality pyrotechnics set to launch into the lower stratosphere while I barbecue on the grill and put back about 56 bears. That's awesome. No, it's going to be a relaxed day. Fireworks was yesterday in my town. And so there's a place called Memorial Park that overlooks the high school football field, and they launch off a bunch of fireworks from the football field. So that was our big shindig, but I fully expect to hear the sounds of freedom ringing throughout the hillsides as every mom and pop with a couple pyrotechnics and a belief in freedom are launching those into the sky. But happy 4th all.
That's awesome. Yeah, we had I'm up in Canada, so we had our Canada Day on July the 1st, mostly maple syrup eating and lots of bacon and a little bit of fireworks. In fact, actually the fireworks were off. And the part of the town that I live in, later at night, all the smoke came up to our area. So I was like sitting there, it was like later at night, had the windows open because it's like summer now here. So it's like kind of hot. And I was like, is something burning? It's like, oh, that's Canadian pride with the explosions of stuff. That's what that is. But anyway, everybody, I hope you're having a great day today. Thanks so much for joining us. We got a big show. We have a really special announcement with a really special guest who's got a special video for you guys. It's really special. I said that 4 times.
Lots of
excited. And we have a couple of actual guests as well joining us. We have Collectors Gone Digital. Josh is going to join us shortly in just a little bit, talk about what he's doing with VeVe and the VeVe verse. We also have Mr. Falcon, Ben Dixon. He's going to come towards the end of the show, and we're going to talk about AR, show some new videos, including a Maserati video you're not going to want to miss. But our big announcements are coming up, and we're going to cover all sorts of stuff. But yeah, Corey, let's get right into it because we do have everybody coming up, if that's okay. Lots of people in the chat today. We have the VeVe feed contest, but actually, let me just back up 1 second here.
You got to take a breath. You got to slow down.
I got to tell everybody. I'm too excited. I'm too excited, Corey. We now have this week, you may have seen it. We haven't done a full announcement. Next week on our live stream, we'll really get into it. And this week coming up. But we've had 2 new members of the VeVe team join our community team to help out myself and, of course, Corey and the whole entire team and Josh, our community manager on Discord, with all your community management needs, all your questions, your answers. We got them both in the chat today, which is absolutely amazing. Of course, the first guy that we want to talk about right here, and let's just bring up his little comment right here. We'll have him on. It's Flexi Collects. So you know him as Flexi Cat. He has joined officially the VeVe team as a community team member. And this is so great. I mean, for me personally, Corey, to have a team to work with is just the best. And so he's here on YouTube to, talk to you all. Also on Discord, not on Discord, also on Instagram and also on TikTok. So he's going to be handling all your questions on those platforms and on Facebook as well. And so anything you need, you just go to Flexi. And of course, we'll have some comms about it this week coming up and point you in the right direction. So happy to have you here. He's moderating in the chat today of course, he's moderating with Josh, our Discord community manager, who's handling everything over there with our mods. Josh has always been here, every week with us doing our, giveaways, moderating the chat. And of course, all the incredible stuff that's going on Discord with the mods, the giveaways, the announcements, the live shows, the games, the parties, the chats. I mean, it's crazy. So both of them are in here today. The other guy who has joined the team, and this is also super exciting right here, is on my way, and he is officially on the VeVe team now, as well as a community team member. And he's going to be handling mostly on Twitter, X. So make sure if you have any questions, you can go directly to him as well. So you got Flexi Cat, You got On My Way. You got Josh. You got myself. You got the whole entire mod community, dude. Corey, I know we've been talking.
Oh, let's go. No, I love
Yeah.
man. Like sourcing from the community. That's what I've always believed in. Like for my team, like as new positions open, I'm always looking at our community first. You know, you got to go where the people have got the passion. They understand what we're trying to do. They're in it to win it. And obviously, everyone you just mentioned has been super involved for a very long time. Couldn't be more pleased to see the quality of people rolling in. So beautiful stuff, and good for you too, right, bud? You've been burning that candle at both ends, managing things. So having a little bit of a relief come in is going to be good.
Yeah, no, it's so awesome. And my role is changing a bit too at the company. We'll talk about that next week as I get more involved with partners and get more involved with the affiliate program. So we are expanding a bit here. We're bringing more people in to give, provide you guys with more value, more support, more encouragement, and definitely more content. So thanks, you guys. They're in the chat right now. Say hi. Go to their socials. Give them a big warm welcome, and we'll have more official stuff come out as well. But they're officially here helping out and working, and you're here today as always. So they're in the chat too. You can see them right over here. So say thanks and give them a kind word. And also remember, if you have questions and stuff, any feedback, you can go to the VeVe web app, go to the feedback widget that we always tell you to. But you can also ask them as well, right? So if you're on X and you have a question, On My Way is there. If you want to DM them, or if you want to like just comment on them or tag them, just like you would with me, same thing. And if you're on Instagram, or if you're on TikTok, or if you're on YouTube as well, especially in the comments, FuxyCat is there for you as well. And I mean, we're kind of all as a team. So if you want to contact any of us, it's all good, no matter where we are. But yeah, it's so great. Look, everybody's here. Orange Bag Lady's here. We got everybody here today. But let me bring this up while we chit chat, Corey, as well. We had the VeVe feed contest is live once again. Right before Josh, Collectors Gone Digital, joins us today. We're going to talk about this a little bit, but the VeVe feed contest is out once again. It launched yesterday, and we already have a ton of amazing, comments and stuff and votes. So if you want to like vote for any of these amazing people right here, please do. We got so many good entries again every week, and I just really want to thank everybody for making this one of the most engaging and one of the most basically every week it's one of our absolute best, most engaging posts that we do. We get so much interaction. And the VeVe feed in the app, Corey, is just going off still, even with the challenge not open yet, which will be coming back. So
it's popular internally too, because the first place those things go is internal. It gets shared, then people look at it, and then you see messages going back and forth, kind of highlighting it. It's sort of the vision that Dan's always had. Dan Crothers, COO, co-founder. The AR functionality, the ability to have it in showrooms, the ability to not just buy and sell a thing, but to place it and enjoy it and stage it and interact with it. It's a utility that he always was very hot to trot for. And so it's really cool getting to see it be featured, weekly in such an awesome way. I enjoy it.
Oh, it's the best when they say they just randomly pick out of the people in the VeVe app feed, and they always send 12 over to me and go, "Here's this week's," and I like before everyone else sees it, and I'm always like, "Oh, right," and we're all looking at it internally. It's great. So we won't go into super detail on these ones this week, but you can find the post on our X page as always. Please vote, and also, it's just for fun. It's just to kind of support people, and if you vote, you can win. And the two people with the top most votes, they also win. So 4 winners on these posts every week. And but if you have your second favorite one, let us know. Retweet it out. Share the work. It's so great. I mean, there's look at Frodicus right here, right, with the close up on the Spider-Man. I mean, the detail there on this hand is absolutely awesome. So that's live right now, everybody. We'll let you guys go and check that out on our X page right there for sure. We also had, just before we bring up our special guest, we're going to talk to Josh, Collectors Gone Digital. He's waiting backstage, but we got to cover a couple things first. So Back to the Future's 40th anniversary was yesterday, Corey. One of my favorite movies of all time. I mean, I can't believe it's 40 years, right? 1985.
Yeah, that's true.
So we did a little celebration.
The same vintage as me. I'm also 1985 born. So I share Yeah, exactly 40, just like it. Yeah.
Nice. There you go. Okay, great. So like you didn't see this in the theater then, like when it first came?
No.
Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
maybe like I absorbed it through the stomach wall of my mother. Okay, but no.
Yeah, maybe she went and saw it and you kind of like, yeah, you kind of got the
Part of
feeling.
my DNA now. It's a piece of who I am.
Well, we did a little giveaway just to celebrate. And if you go to the Back to the Future actual X page, they follow VeVe, we follow them. It's really fun. They had a whole 40th like day thing going on yesterday with a special logo. So everybody was doing some amazing submissions. Look at the biggest bros image right there. Look at that with the flames. It's so awesome. And so we just did a little giveaway with that, just celebrating Back to the Future collectibles. So that went through, and thanks for participating in that. We'll always be celebrating more pop culture moments. And then we also had these two things right here. And Corey, we gotta show it. We just gotta show it. We can't talk about it. We have to show it.
Let's go.
Oh, the absolute best. The 1-year anniversary of Venom and Carnage. Their whole crafting event happened just a couple days ago. So we did another giveaway thing where you could share.
1-year anniversary for that?
I know. Corey, tell us what it was like working with them, because I know you were working with these like back in the day. Oh.
The reason that being a 1-year anniversary is so wild to me is because those two models were one of the first models that my team started working within the Unity game engine to collect the footage raw from the production team, the artist team.
Yeah.
So that marked the start of myself first getting a bunch of in-house Unity training and doing some external Unity training, and then me creating tutorials and training my entire team how to use Unity. And so it's wild to think that was just a year ago, because it feels like we've been working in Unity forever, but that's probably just because we released so many amazing things on VeVe that like every single day, we're popping something new open in Unity, checking it out for the first time. I'll tell you, one of the biggest joys of my job is getting to see the models pretty much before anyone else other than the artist, throwing it into Unity, then hitting the animate the play button at the top.
Yeah.
And getting to sort of see what's going to happen, those interactions, the way that it moves, all of that stuff. But yeah, that's crazy. Like 1 year.
I know. I remember, because I was pretty new to the team then. When I saw these, I was just like I couldn't believe it. It was just a kind of another level. There was Wolverine, and there was other ones that had come just before that were also, but these are super crazy and detailed. So we did these two posts, these little anniversary together separately. And if you look at our posts, they were great because everybody is sharing all of their kind of like great images right here, which was super fun. And there was a giveaway attached as well. So thanks to everybody for participating in those. Those were fantastic, but they were 1 year ago. And I know we have amazing stuff coming up as well. Stay tuned, guys, because towards the end of this video, we got Mr. Falcon, Ben, joining us with some new AR content too. Specifically the Maserati, which is going to be amazing to see. So I know, Corey, we're pumped about that. But yeah, we have more giveaways and more anniversaries coming up, which is awesome. Now, this is one thing for you, Corey. And, this was the Red Hulk anniversary as well from 2 years ago. So we featured your video, and I absolutely love your video here. It's the best.
The wild thing about seeing that video is that background, while it looks very similar to this background, was actually like a house or two ago. I think that was during our transition when my wife was transitioning out of the military. So we had ended up moving from California, and then we were in one place in Kentucky. Then we moved to the next place in Kentucky. I believe this was the second of those locations. So it's pretty wild seeing it. But yeah, what an amazing collectible. Like, it was super awesome because with that Hulk release, it was a series of Hulks a long time, and each one increased in rarity as you went.
Yeah.
And reduced in edition size. It was a model, that I thought was really clever. I'm curious, like, let us know in chat. Did you enjoy that kind of thing? Because that's not a thing
with
we've done in quite a while. But, well, the difference is with Wolverine, there was multiple collectibles in each box, whereas I'm pretty sure for the Hulks, It was a singular version every single time, and it went up, and every time it increased in rarity and it reduced in editions.
Yeah, 100%. So cool 2 years ago. So we did another anniversary post with a giveaway in there too. So you can see, everybody, there's lots of fun stuff. We're celebrating our past as well, which is great. And speaking of celebrations, we had another level 100 achievement this past week. This is right here. So cool. We got Greg, one of the greatest, and we did a little post. And actually, just so everybody knows, we actually had 2 level 100s. But our other level 100, chose to remain modest and not wanting a huge thing celebrating them. They're just like, oh no, I'm good. We're good. I just love the app. So you know who you are if you're watching. We love you. We sent them a personal message thanking them. But of course, Greg right here, we got the public message, which we love to do as well. So congratulations on joining that. I think we're still within that range of getting close to 80, I believe now. So
yeah,
we're starting to get up there, and lots of stuff for level 100s coming up too. Everyone's seen the packages that were handed out in Lisbon, a few of them. So big shout out. Make sure you go over there, say hi. Big congratulations on our post right there, and of course on their own post, which we retweeted as well. So you can actually follow them if you want and kind of get in there. It's super fun. But now, after that, we finally have our special guest joining us today. We're going to bring him up right here. We're so excited to have him.
What's going on?
It's Josh. Collectors Gone Digital has joined us. Thank you so much for coming, man.
Thanks for having me. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like you're about to be hunted down by predator. Like
it always does.
Rainforest area.
Yeah. It was supposed to be a temporary background. I just kept it. So rolling with it.
I like it. It's very tropical.
Yeah, for sure. Well, man, we're so happy that you joined us today. And also, I just want to shout out. So you just had 2 different interviews that are also out there that people can watch. Maybe let us know on the audience know where those are. I know one of them was with Enter the Verse yesterday. That's great. VeVe supported show. And the other one was a full in-depth interview as well. So maybe let everybody know where they can find those. We retweeted them anyway, but we want to know.
The first one's on Jan Collect's channel.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people in the community are starting to learn the proper pronunciation for Jan. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
And then the second one is on Hanano and Dee's channel, True Media. Enter the Verse we did yesterday. So we just talked a little bit about the journey, some of the builds, and it was lots of fun.
That's awesome. The reason we're bringing you on today here too is actually because of your big announcement, with VeVe. And I know you and Corey have been working together. Maybe you can let us know exactly what this is all about and what you've been doing. Anything you're allowed to tell us. I know there's probably some private stuff you're working on that you can't wait to share, but
I'm really excited to say that I'm working directly with Dan on some VeVeverse spaces. So that's pretty much the extent of what I'm allowed to say right now. But it's been absolutely incredible. It's been a journey for me, about 3 years in the making. So the fact that I can actually communicate with him now consistently has been just surreal. And then and Corey, I hope you saw this, but I gave you a shout out on the stream yesterday. You've been tremendously helpful as well, man. So I really, really appreciate everything that you've done. And the team's just been amazing. So
awesome, dude. Yeah, I mean, my job really is to help outstanding people find outstanding things that they can be doing with us. And so, ever since Josh was doing your channel and like from the early days of me seeing it, I was like, this quality, like this style, like the VeVeverse Black Panther Avatar videos are my favorite VeVe content out there. And I know you and I have chatted about, I was like, how are you even doing it, man? Like, tell me and that's why I enjoy you and I enjoy your content. Like anyone that's doing something that teaches me how to be a little bit better, it's just top tier. So love everything you're doing, bud.
Thank you so much. That's incredible. Yeah, I'm just having fun doing it, man. So I'm just glad I can do something that I'm so passionate about, enjoying every single day. So
yeah. So what's upcoming? Like, are you able to tell us kind of some of the stuff you might be working on a little bit, or if you can't name it, that's okay. But are you have multiple projects going on for VeVe? Are you building stuff for us in the VeVeverse? Like what's going on with all of that? Whatever you're allowed to share.
So right now, yeah, I'm working on a few. I've done a couple so far. Again, that's kind of all I can say there. But
Yeah.
the non VeVe stuff is I'm working with Big Shot on his Now and His Friends Noggles space. So that's an exciting one. I'm talking to a few other licensors, and then I'm in the process of trying to recreate some really popular locations from like other platforms as well, because I think that's a really I think that could help reach some people outside of our community as well. So I'm working on like the Futurama HQ, the Family Guy house, things like that are really popular. Cool. So yeah.
And I think that's a thing that you and I talk about a lot, like whether that's your personal content or things that you're doing for VeVe. One of the big focuses for everything that I'm trying to do with my team and the content we're producing, whether that's websites, videos, whatever it is how do we reach people outside of VeVe? You know, we want to keep all of the people that are here, you know, especially people in chat, you know, that always show up for us, happy and fulfilled and giving them the content they want to see. But I've always believed that the best way we can serve our current community is by reaching people outside of it and bringing more people into play with us. And so that's another thing that I think you have been doing spectacularly with your content, is that it's not just tailored for our current community. They're going to find a lot of value in it. But I think someone that stumbles into what you're doing, you know, they might be like, whoa, okay, I didn't even know that VeVeverse, like what is VeVe even?
Yeah, exactly.
We need that. Yeah. And so I'm really stoked. One thing that you're working on that I'm allowed to talk about, I can make that decision, but
nice. Here we go.
A thing that's been really important to us, and we see it in chat and we see it in feedback, is people want to be a little more aware of when things are being digitized and placed into the VeVeverse, and they also just they want to see more things in the VeVeverse. And historically, the way that we've been doing that is essentially through promo videos, but we don't really have too many sort of real-time or pre-recorded features where we're showcasing a collectible or something of that nature in the VeVeverse. And while we won't go into specifics, that is a big project I know is one of Dan's close to his heart sort of things that he reached out to you for. But we are sort of looking at devising a way for us to do product unveils within the VeVeverse experience as a sort of, some of the other companies that do collectibles well would be Sideshow. And Sideshow really leans into that unboxing experience. They have beautiful videos on their website, and it's just a really great way to showcase a product. How do you unbox something digitally, right? So that was sort of the question that we were all asking ourselves. And I think between you and Dan, maybe with a little sprinkle from me, I think we've come up with a way that we'll be able to do that. So I'm really excited. That's kind of future plans. That's not happening tomorrow, folks. Mm-hmm. We're going as fast as we can. But that is something that you're working on that I personally am super excited for, because it's an entirely new content series, and it's a great way for us to sort of show the product in a different light. Yeah. So that's a cool one.
Cool. There, yeah, Corey said awesome. I didn't know I could talk about it, so
I got you. If I get in trouble, it's fine.
I wanted to ask you about too, actually, here is your website and everything that you're doing in that area there too. So I know you made some posts recently about it. Maybe just let us know, let people know what exactly you're planning there, like what's going on in the background, just for you as well, and how you're building and everything. And when that'll be live.
Shameless self-promotion time, Josh.
No, this is what we're about. We want to know, like we have questions in the chat already. So,
and I appreciate the question.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I've been working on this for several weeks now. But it's pretty much like a website nowadays. And I talk to my own clients about this, because I work with websites and social media in the construction space. So when I talk to a lot of construction company owners, you still come across those guys where like they're stuck in their traditional ways. They don't get the whole idea of being online or having a website. Nowadays, like the website is the starting point for any business, because people have more resources in their hands to do research now, right? So if they don't know about you, right, or if they find out about you, that's the first place where they're often going to do their research. So website was number one for me. Put that out there, and it's it's a resource where someone can go and pretty much get all the information they need to get started on building their own space. So we outline our services. We talk, a little bit about our background, my former experience in other platforms like Halo, Fortnite, Minecraft. And then, it's a resource that people can use to book a call with me and talk about their space. So
that's awesome. Yeah, you're just building things up so well, man. It's great. Are you excited or like, just a personal level? Like, how you feeling?
So I've had calls with some people in the community these past couple of days, and I keep saying the same thing to everyone. It didn't really hit me at first, and it's kind of starting to really set in now. And I even had Dan yesterday ask for my logo to put in the space that Corey was talking about. And that was kind of like an, oh shoot moment. Like, okay, it's happening.
Yeah.
And it's so surreal. It's so surreal. I mean, I was doing this stuff as a kid out of just pure enjoyment. And now to be able to say I can do it for work and just get up every single day and go and do what I love, it's surreal. So I can't say it's fully set in. I'm getting there, but I'm just having a ton of fun, and I can't thank the community enough for all the support. So gonna do my best to, bring as much value as I can. So
can you
here's a question from Duck and Cover. Will we be able to hire Josh for specific things? Like if I want to build my own space, could I hire Josh to do the lighting?
Yeah. So the 4 services is custom world. So if you guys want me to build something from scratch, you guys have like a vision or a design in mind, that's one service. Or if you just want to give me free will to build whatever I want, that's an option too. The second one is world management. So if you guys already have a world that's built, but you want me to maintain it, so you might have a big collection, you're buying stuff weekly, and you want to display some new pieces, then we'll import the new pieces and make that happen. There's remodeling. So if you have a space built out, but you want to kind of change the entire feel of it, maybe change some displays, change the lighting, that would be that. And then the last one's video production to kind of showcase your space in a cinematic way. So.
And that's like a really interesting aspect for the VeVeverse. And you and I talked about this, Josh, because I did an interview with you to highlight California Comics, the world's first metaversal comic shop. And you can see it on screen right now. We're going to be releasing a featurette video with interviews from Daniel and yourself and our Dan and our David, just talking about how important that is. Chris Severs wrote that beautiful article on Go Collect too, from Seattle to cyberspace, the world's first meta, and we love that. But an interesting thing that you told me that I kind of knew, but you are dealing with it in application, is you're working in a living space. And so as you're building out things, if you're placing comics, people might be buying those comics. So you set a comic down in the comic display and then poof, it's gone.
Yeah.
Because this happens in real time, right? Like their collections are being bought and sold. And it is an interesting challenge, because imagine you have a beautiful collectible, say a really dynamic collectible. Let's say like the Batman Croc battle statue, like how huge that is. But you might be putting all of these different lights to showcase that in a beautiful way, and then boom, it's sold.
Yeah.
And so now you've created a custom light, display for an item that literally just sold and it's gone. So the idea of that maintenance, I think that's like a really cool feature that you're offering, because I don't think people realize just how much the things move in and out of your collections if you're actively a seller and a buyer on the platform.
Yeah. And in the case of California Comics too, because he's expanding to, different stores with different themes based on the, geographical location. There's multiple stores to maintain there too. So if something disappears in one, it might disappear in 5 or 6 of them. So you got to go to each one, right? But to your point about stuff like disappearing in front of you, the coolest part to me is, that's so cool to witness, but the coolest part to me is that your business can be open 24/7. Like the doors don't close, the lights don't go off. And even if it's under construction, it's not under construction. So that's the coolest part to me.
It is. It's super, super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. So this is great. So, we only wanted to bring you on here and give a little shout out to you for sure. We're going to obviously ask you to come on a ton in the future. to share more of what you're doing. We hope you want to come back and join us because Corey and I love to geek out on this stuff. We just absolutely can't wait for you to be able to share like the things that you're building with the team. And it's just absolutely amazing work. Like Corey was saying, when you're doing your channel earlier and you're just doing content and you're like live streaming and everything, or you're making your pre-recorded breakdown videos, we always appreciated. The whole team loved it. The editing, the quality, just the thought and the time that you can put in. We have amazing content creators in our space. I mean, you were on 2 of their channels recently. Like I said, you're on Enter the Verse just yesterday. If you go over and you go to the channel, you watch your whole thing there. That was great. I watched a good portion of that too, which was awesome to see. And then your whole interview with Jan Collects, that's great. So he's actually got he's had some good interviews lately too. You're just one of them, right? So
shout out to Jan. I mean, it's not uncommon for me to wake up to some sort of message from that guy because he's so curious about just learning. He's passionate about this community. Guy's crushing it right now, and he has some big plans. So make sure to support him.
Yeah, make sure you guys go watch both those and support those creators, like you said. Just before we let you go, because we're going to move on to a different part of the show right now. We got to talk about comics and stuff too. And we also stick around too, because we got Ben Dixon coming up here shortly, Mr. Falcon, who's going to show some AR stuff, which is great. Just actually, before we let you go, the notion of the video thing, you said that thing about being able to promote your space through video. That's a service.
Yes.
That is such a cool thing that you offer, because just to be able to show what they're doing. Is that something you conceptualize as a real important thing as part of your service, aside from building for people too? Because that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's the end result for any build, right? Because if you don't put that together, no one really knows about it. But the video you were showing on screen there, the new Cali shop, that's that service right there. Like, I didn't build that shop; that was all Daniel.
Okay. Yeah.
But I went in, filmed it, cut the video, and sent it over to him. So, I think that's a really, really important part of, creator economy, builder economy. So, yeah.
100%. Well, thanks, man. Anything else you want to say to the community just before you go, where they can reach you? What's your capacity? I mean, you'd have to hire a team. I know that we've seen other creators in the space too, who are expanding just like you will have them on. I know you guys are all working together. It's so cool to see the VeVeverse builders all just kind of working together and doing their thing. So anything you want to say before you go?
Thank you again to everyone. I mean, best place to reach me now is going to be the new website. My DMs are open on X as well. But website's going to be collectorsgonedigital.com, and all the info's over there. So I just appreciate all the support. And if you guys have questions ever, feel free to reach out.
For sure. Do you know when the next time you're going to be live?
I don't, but why don't
we'll look for your post.
Okay, cool.
Awesome sauce. All right, Josh. Well, we'll let you get back to it. We know you're busy again. Super appreciate you coming and hang out with us. And this won't be the last time. So here's to many future streams together, bud.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
Chat soon, bud.
Cheers.
How awesome is that?
Oh, it's so cool. I'm so happy for him, and I'm so happy for the team too. I mean,
absolutely deserved.
Yeah, you guys have been working together too, which is great, and working with Dan as well. And I mean, it's just awesome. And I love those features, like the way he's breaking it down for the services that he can offer.
Yes.
It's so cool. And I think the collabs that are happening with people who are creators, who have really great ideas, who like, for example, the California Comic Store, like stuff like that, who maybe need somebody to help them build it too. Because I mean, like there's all sorts of talented people in different areas. And when they team up together, possibilities are just endless, right? So
absolutely.
Yeah, it's super cool. Well, guys, thanks so much for that. Thanks, Josh, for coming right here. Let's move on with the rest of our show now. And let's talk a little bit now. If you're just joining us, or if you tuned in a little bit late, we do have a pretty big special announcement with a really special guest coming up. That's going to be coming up very shortly. Stay tuned. And, with a special video. And this is so cool to have this person. And so that's coming up very shortly here. We're just going to talk a little bit about the Marvel comics right now that have dropped on VeVe Comics as normal as this week, the featured comics as well. You can go to our VeVe Comics website, of course, as always. But we got the Captain America, part 1 right here. This is great. 4th of July. You're going to have to read a Captain America comic today. I think it's...
You got to.
Yeah.
Got to. America. And you have to sing that as well.
Yeah, while you're doing it, for sure, no matter where you're from. Godzilla vs. Thor. I mean, that whole series is continuing. It's so cool. I don't know how many of you in the chat have had a chance to read these comics, but these crossovers are absolutely awesome. So that was featured on Marvel this week as well. That was released on VeVe Comics. Then this one is one of my personal favorites, the Bring on the Bad Guys. This is the Green Goblin's issue right here. Green Goblin, I don't know about you, Corey, but the Green Goblin is, I think, my favorite Marvel villain of all time since I was like a kid. It's just something about him and the early days in Spider-Man and those Silver Age comics that I was reading in the Marvel Masterworks. I wasn't reading the actual physical ones, but he's my favorite. This comic came out.
I don't know if he's a favorite. He's a top 5 for me. I think my love for him definitely increased with the movies. I think no matter who has been in the position, but that has been really represented well in movies. I'm trying to think of the actor, and I'm like completely blank right now because my brain can't switch to that gear. Who's the actor that's been playing Green Goblin? He's so freaking good.
What's his face? Oh my God, how come we can't remember? He's like burning my brain.
Chat, help William Dafoe. Thank you. Thank you, Majid.
See, when your brain is filled up.
William Dafoe's take on this character actually made me increase it more in the comics. If that makes sense. Like I've always liked the Green Goblin, but it wasn't until William Dafoe was the Green Goblin where I was like, okay, well, this is awesome. I need to know more. And I was kind of hunting down, and then obviously working here at VeVe, where we're always getting to dig into these books. But yeah, he's a good one.
Thank you so much, Majin, right here. He's everywhere, and he's answering questions too. You
both just lost some credibility. My brain can't switch that quickly. I'm sorry. We're talking about left, right, and the middle.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just go watch Platoon. He's the best in there. Marvel Zero right here, #1, also came out. Really cool issue right here. If you guys want to check that out in VeVe Comics. And these are just the featured ones. There's a whole slew of comics that came out as well. I love the covers on this one too. It's absolutely amazing. So those are our Marvel comics for the week. And then Dynamite, of course, released new comics on VeVe Comics as well. With Jennifer Blood right there. I mean, absolutely awesome. The Green Hornet year 1. I always love that kind of first year of superheroes. And Barbarella right there. Just as 3 that we're featuring. And of course, I don't know if you guys saw the post we did on this one from an inside panel of Purgatory. It's absolutely brutal. You guys are going to love that if you check it out. But all of these are available up on our VeVe Comics website. As always, this week, you hit the New This Week tab. If you haven't seen this before, we release Marvel comics on our platform. Marvel sends them straight to us. Same day as print. Each Wednesday, basically at 12 a.m. Pacific time, or 3 a.m. for you, Corey. I know you're staying up for some of them.
Maybe.
All right, yeah. And when they hit the comic shops,
honestly, Dynamite, if you're watching, you probably could take a lot of these covers, strip the art or the titles off, and just release them as posters and make a killing. Got a feeling that there's a lot of interested buyers out there. Just a thought, David, if you're watching.
Oh my God, no doubt, especially the Vampirella stuff. And like, look at these.
Had that beautiful one for, man, I'm trying to think if it's been announced yet, so now I'm scared. But we've announced 1-for-1 Vampirellas, have we not?
Yeah, we did. Remember?
Okay.
Yeah,
there's some good ones from Dynamite rolling through for some really notable artists. Did we announce the Alex Ross 1-for-1?
Yeah, we did.
Cool. That's an honor to have on our platform.
It's going to be absolutely awesome too. So that was the Alex Ross one for sure. So fantastic, you guys. So those are the comics for this week for sure. Now,
wait, what's this? What's this? Hold on a second, Aaron. What do we got here?
Something here?
$80 offer out for Corey if anyone sees this from the VVT. I don't know what that is, but just so you know, I sell nothing. You can look at my wallet transactions. Like ever since I got hired at VeVe, I don't sell anything. All I do is buy. So if I've got it, I'm sorry. It's just going to be stuck with me until my kids get it. It looks like they're trying to buy something for me. Just so you all know, I don't sell anything. I only buy stuff. So there's that.
It's locked in his vault. There you go. In his collection, like the stuff behind you. On the wall.
True. Yep.
That's awesome. Okay, for sure. I wanted to really quickly just do this right here. Talk about Rabbids tomorrow, just before we do our big announcement reveal that you're going to want to see. But Rabbids is coming back tomorrow for series 3. The blog article is out. This is happening. So check out the super fun on these ones, Corey. I mean, you got to love it with the Ubisoft and everything. It's amazing. You got the common right here. This is basically anytime that a video comes through to Corey's team that is not up to snuff. This is Corey. He's like, send it back. Not quite yet.
The video that we're going to show here in a few minutes,
Yeah,
the announcement video, every now and then I get a video across my desk and I'm like, how cool is it that I get to edit this video? So I'm excited for whenever we actually unveil that one. But yeah, you're right. Rejected. Go kick rocks.
This is going to be meme worthy for a long time, this one. And just a shout out too, I know that O'Malley is going to be having a drop show covering this drop tomorrow, which is VeVe supported. So go there, check it out. Enter the giveaway, have some fun, and great shout out to O'Malley and of course all of our creators who've been doing spaces. One thing that O'Malley's been doing on X lately has been gathering a lot of like community ideas around future drops and things. So whenever you tune into these shows, there's always probably a segment on that. We'll see what he does tomorrow. And of course, getting the artists to come, of course, for our, Korean drops and our special artist drops. So big shout out to you, O'Malley. Make sure you guys turn into the show tomorrow because just like the Enter the Verse with Josh that was supported with the giveaway and everything, we're supporting the drop shows too. But he'll be covering that tomorrow. And maybe you'll land the Rabbid Patrol right here, which is great. There's 1,250 editions at 15 gems. And then, of course, we have the Rabbid Nightmare. Really scary, of course, right here. Super fun.
I like his boxers.
Yeah. You got to love it. I know, right? Look at that. They're like little hearts. Are those VeVe hearts? They might be. Oh, I think
they
they're
might
just
be.
hard hearts. Yeah.
Yeah,
no, they're not. But yeah, that's a part of a merch package we got to put together. 1250 editions on that one too is an uncommon. And then of course we got the rare, the outlaw. These are hilarious. Mention all of them together in a whole series. It's super fun.
Goatee and everything's drawn on clearly.
I know, right? It's just super fun. 825 editions on that rare right there. And then we have the ultra rare, which is the red zone one, which, gotta love that too, and the little football helmet there, that another sports collectible, sort of on the way.
Yeah, we had the sports release Rabbids a while back.
Yeah, that's right there. And then we got that's 450 editions right there. And then, of course, the secret rare right here is the Roadblock. Do not enter. These are all quite meme worthy, actually, if you want to put them in your showrooms and do some funny stuff with them. So
it's like the whole point. Like that's why Ubisoft has these. Like even if you go to their website, you're going to see them used as basically like company mascots for different things, like customer support, and it has like a confused little rabbit, and then they pop up as little Easter eggs in a lot of video games. Like there's a few AC titles, Assassin's Creed titles. I'm trying to think which game specifically that they're sort of Easter eggs in. They're kind of like toys sitting on shelves and stuff. It's a fun thing. We should do that. We need a chat. What should our mascot be? If VeVe had a mascot, chat, what would it be? Let me know. We'll just go ahead and we'll just make that happen. We'll just do that ourselves, Aaron.
Well,
I'll pay off the production team with, bourbon from the United States that they can't get in New Zealand, and then that's whatever they decide on.
You got to love it. That's the way you got to do business behind the scenes here. You get it. Bourbon is the key. But you can complete the whole set right here for $15.75 a day. So that's tomorrow. Good luck on the drop. Have fun with that for sure. And we have a little reveal here. So our announcement here is pretty close. We do have a special guest backstage who's waiting. So just stay tuned. Mr. Falcon's going to join us with some awesome AR coming up shortly. But we do have a little video to show you before that. But this is coming tomorrow, Rabbids right there. And here's a little announcement too. This has already gone out. The social post will be coming out shortly, but this is related. Ultraman number 4 is coming out. This is next week. And the social post should be out. The blog is live if you want to check it out. Super scarce, continuing the storyline. Very cool, Corey. And I always love to do little reveals here live for sure. Green truck, yeah, you gotta love that. Oh, this is for mascots, right? A green truck,
of course. Of course.
Electra, there we go. Fro, we know what you're trying to do, and we love it. Look at everybody in the chat, by the way. VeVe Magic's here. We do have some news too coming up about San Diego Comic-Con, so that's gonna be really great. I know you guys will be there, which will be awesome, so stay tuned for more information about that. And in the live stream here, we do have an update to our events list that we put out as well. But this is the comic that's coming out. But this is not the announcement, Corey. We are almost ready for you and me to premiere the a little announcement right here. What do you think? Should we get that started?
Make the magic happen.
Okay, everybody. This is super exciting. Check this out.
What's up, VeVe fam? Christopher Sean here, voice of Ken Sato in Ultraman Rising. And I am excited to announce that we have our first official drop on VeVe, just in time for Ultraman Day, July 10th. Get ready to rise, protect, and collect. And keep your eyes peeled, because more hero-sized drops are on the way. I'll see you out there, heroes.
Christopher Shaw.
Absolutely awesome.
Awesome.
The man himself put that video together for us, Corey. Oh, this is so cool. Ultraman Rising, all the social posts, everything for Ultraman Day is coming out very shortly. As of, I believe, tomorrow. This video will be spread across all our socials, and you can follow Christopher on X.
Going already.
Yeah. Well, they're coming out in
comments.
10 minutes. They're coming out in 10 minutes on our socials, that video. We wanted to premiere it here first, but Corey, it's crazy that Christopher came on. Do you know how that happened? I know we have our campaign leads, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really a testament to our campaign leads. One of our new folks, Anissa, who's just been phenomenal, is the collectables campaign lead. And so whenever Ultraman Day is coming here in 6 days. Yeah. And we wanted to have like a really good, solid product lineup for that. And so as she was talking to Subaraya and the folks over there, they were like, hey, Christopher Sean loves Ultraman Rising. He loves being a part of that project. He might be willing to provide something. And, over the course of between now and then, they just kept that conversation going. And so we've got that amazing soundbite from him, some great support. They're going to post a lot of that on their channels. You can look forward to seeing a whole website popping up for this on our end, similar to what we did for May, showing you the entire product lineup of all the things that we're releasing. Obviously, we got volume 4 of the graphic novel, which is super sick. So we're kind of hitting it. We've got so many amazing Ultraman things on VeVe already, including like the original 1966. So this is just a natural thing. We've always had such a great relationship with them. I think it was San Diego Comic-Con 2024. I can't remember which year it was, but we've done multiple event activations with them at their booth where we'd give them promo cards. And as people would go to their booth, and their booths are always super amazing at Comic-Cons, by the way. They usually have like a 25-foot, giant, beautiful, sculpted Ultraman at their booth. But yeah, I love seeing our relationship with them just continuing to grow, and how exciting it is for us to be able to release Ultraman Rising, because that's a franchise, like I said, kicking back in 1966, and it really kind of set the stage for that style of television, the special effects style. I'm trying to think what the specific name, I can't think. I don't want to say it wrong, but essentially that set the stage for things that we have come to love in our like whenever we were children. That would be like Power Rangers and things like that. Like it sort of kicked off that entire era. So Ultraman Rising is the next stage and the continuing story of the Ultraman franchise. And it's super cool that we get to be a part of it.
And just so you know, everybody, I mean, really well said, Corey. And we're going to bring up our guest very shortly here. I don't want him backstage too long. He's down there just being patient, but he can join us in just a sec, and we can talk about all this stuff with you too. But no, I mean, the quality of what we're about to announce and how the collaboration has happened here is like really next level. And those are all coming out. Those social posts, I believe, are supposed to reveal, and everything on all the stuff we're doing is supposed to start coming out, I believe, tomorrow. So stay tuned. The video is the first part right here that we want to do. I want to show it one more time, just so people, in case you're just showing up right here, let's just remove that and play it one more time.
What's up, VeVe fam? Christopher Sean here, voice of Ken Sato in Ultraman Rising. And I am excited to announce that we have our first official drop on VeVe, just in time for Ultraman Day, July 10th. Get ready to rise, protect, and collect. And keep your eyes peeled, because more hero-sized drops are on the way. I'll see you out there, heroes.
He's making me feel like a hero now.
Well, let's bring up Mr. Falcon. How you doing?
Hi guys. How
How's it
am
going,
I
Ben?
meant to follow Christopher Sean? Come on.
Well, no, don't undersell yours. Christopher Sean is probably one of the most talented voice actors right now, but you've been known to do a little bit of voice acting. I've seen some videos out there. Let's not
I
sell
play.
yourself short.
I play with the vocals. Yes. Just with the pipes, tread the boards. I don't tread the boards. Anyway, hi guys.
How's it going,
So
man?
how you doing, man? We're going to be going into some AR stuff that you did in just a little bit, but I thought I'd bring you up because we still have a few things to cover, but you can hang out with us the whole
man.
time.
I love hanging.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, for sure. Thanks for joining us today, man. It's so great to see you. I don't know, you and I haven't chatted directly in just a little bit, but I know that you're working with the team and all that stuff all the time, probably with
He's
Corey.
just always bothering me, Aaron.
always
So,
bothering you,
if
I
he's not
know.
talking to you, he's probably just, hey, Corey,
Yeah,
I need.
that Rabbids hand that you were talking about from Corey. I get that like 4 times a week, easily.
Yeah, that's awesome. So this is all coming out. I know you're probably already working on some stuff in AR in the background as well. But here's Christopher right here. If you guys want to check out his, his IMDb page right here, super accomplished actor. It's so cool that he partnered up with us for that. You can see Ultraman Rising, Hawaii Five-0, Days of Our Lives, all of that. This movie U is pretty cool. Tons of stuff. Look at this. Look at this. It's absolutely awesome. And it's so cool to have him come up and provide that video for us. So we're pretty excited about it for sure. Let's move on really quickly. You can join us for some of our more announcements. The Ultraman stuff is coming out, everybody. Like I said, look for it tomorrow. Look for that video that's coming out across all of our socials. It should be coming out in about 10 minutes. So if you want to share it, you want to check it out, that would be great. And I know that I want to, just before we talk about this comic right here, Corey, is it going to be also, I think Ultraman themselves are getting involved with the campaign, which is great, right? Which is super fun. So we hopefully will see some good community stuff going on there, right? So
Yeah, some cool opportunities.
Yeah, here's a reveal right here that you can join us with, Ben, as well. This is Strange Tales 126. This comic will be announced shortly. This is the first appearance of Dormammu. Dormammu.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Dormammu, I've come to. I think for the MCU, Doctor Strange has the highest amount of times killed because of that specific scene where he just gets killed on repeat over and over and over again. Because, it's a joke in like the superhero genre that, your superheroes die, but he's not really dead. Like through some, magical way, they're revived and they're fine. But Doctor Strange, by far, most deaths on screen.
I really enjoyed that ending to that movie. That was it just kept going. It was very funny. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, actually, Dormammu. Is it Dormammu? Dormammu. See, Majin's everywhere. He's just answering questions. I love it. Thank you so much, man. But this comic's coming out. It'll be announced shortly, and great exclusive art again. It's just such a cool one, and it's very applicable to potentially what's going on in the movies and all the stuff with the Doctor Doom stuff and everything they're doing right now is pretty wild. So we'll see why does Marvel drop this comic on VeVe at this particular time? I always love that question, and people can speculate and have a ton of fun, but stay tuned for those posts that'll be coming out soon too. And also, the event coverage right here, this is just a bit of news for everybody. So we updated our event lineup and our blog and put out a post about it. And we added a new event for sure, which is great. You can see in this blog if you go to it. We're actually going to down here, right here. We're going to the DC, the DCon in Hong Kong, and this is like right before New York Comic Con. So that is super cool. We'll obviously there's some details here about the dates and times, and San Diego Comic Con will be there as well. There's actually some more posts and comms coming out around what we're doing at San Diego because David's going to be on a panel with a bunch of other collecting platforms that are in the kind of the digital space as well. It's kind of like the future of collecting. It's super cool. And there'll be a party and the whole deal, which is going to be awesome. So just a shout out if you guys want to check that out on the VVX page and go to the blog and check out our updated VeVe lineup right there. And I did reference like VeVe Magic and Max and Janie and stuff like that. They were on the ground for us over at, in Portugal, which Corey and I are still upset. I'm sure you are too, Ben. That or were you there? Were you were
Yes.
there? Yes.
No, I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I was at the content that Magic, Max, and Janie put together was awesome. I felt like I was there.
Yeah, that's right. That's what they do. So we'll have more announcements about that. But if you want to check out that new one as well, for sure. And just right here, just as we cover some of the drops that we had Jubilee come out, and that was absolutely amazing. Good feedback from everybody on the absolutely beautiful. The quality of Jubilee is just off the charts. I don't know if you guys added her to collection, but I have. The only one I don't have is the. I don't have the special edition. I don't have the secret rare yet, but I have to get the secret rare to complete the set. So
nice, classic era, because that's one of my favorites from the original animated X-Men. Which was a total jam whenever I was a kid. That was like one of the super popular things to watch, and she was kind of like one of those central characters. And I was of that age, and she was of that age where I was like, when will I find a beautiful girl that can shoot sparks and make me feel a certain kind of way? Rogue made me feel a certain kind of way, but so did Jubilee. So, full circle. It's good to see her.
Check it out. Yeah. Kid Arcade's in the house, and we know that in Decon Vegas, he's going to be doing something big down there. So we can't wait for that. That's going to be great. And thanks so much, Kid Arcade, for coming out. Make sure you guys are tuned into the live streams. He's doing such a great job as always. And we love to see it. And look, Emoji's here as well. Everybody's here. And California Comics is here as well. Thanks so much. We were just talking about you with Josh, Collectors Gone Digital, about your store, which is absolutely amazing and incredible.
Full house.
Yeah, I know. And Emoji's here with, of course, he's got his great shows going on. Another one coming up tomorrow, I believe, with Magic, right? So super great. And we've been helping to support those. And I mean, the content's just been great. Ben, you must be, you work with VeVe and you do the AR and you're doing all sorts of stuff with us, but you're also still, in the community, doing your own stuff on your own. We're going to talk about you and bring up your page too in just a minute, but isn't it amazing what the amount of quality that's coming out with our community right now? It's just
incredible. And it's
awesome.
I can't say it's a great surprise, having been part of the community for a long time, met so many amazing, talented people with huge passion for VeVe. And, as Josh was saying, it's just great. It's really cool to see people getting involved.
Absolutely awesome. And here's something to get involved with is the dance floor diorama. This is so cool. This one also came out. We missed our live stream last week, everybody. So I just wanted to touch on these really quick.
You can blame Corey. It's Corey's fault.
Hey, life happens. What are you going to do? Working 24 hours a day is not enough for Corey. He's got to do life stuff too. No, I'm just kidding.
It is important.
Yeah, it is. Sure. But the dioramas came out. Lots of fun people are having with those. Corey, just, with these, these VeVe dioramas and these theme things.
Well, it's kind of like we released a character like Jubilee, who's known for frequenting clubs and dancing, and maybe even that character has a dance animation built into it. I'd have to check. And then we released something like a VeVe diorama, which is a club. You could pair those things up. But no, like the production team just did a phenomenal job with this diorama. Obviously, there's the Easter eggs in there, which I love to see. Yep. It's something, we hear your feedback, by the way. We see, why aren't we using rewards? Why aren't we trying to do this? Why are you releasing those this way? Absolutely valid. We do hear you. We're trying to figure out the best ways to package these and in a way that's going to be the most fun. But it was really important that whenever we're doing these VeVe dioramas, that we include tributes to the community, that we hide little Easter eggs. And this one with the photos, that's super. It's just a super fun way of doing that.
Did you find yourself in there yet?
No, the only thing that's missing, if anyone went to either of these events, you'll know and you'll relate to what I'm saying. The only thing that's missing from these photos being featured in this diorama is so much noise that you can't hear someone yelling at you right next to you. Like they needed to add like an ambient noise feature to this. That's just deafening music.
Well, Duck and Cover right here's got a request. He wants a metal setup if you really want noise and power. But we'll look into it, Duck and Cover. We love it.
I think we need a hotel room the morning after diorama where we can't talk. Just you wake up.
You get the real event experience, right, Ben?
It was loud.
Super cool. So that one came out, everybody. And then, of course, we just had X-Men 107 come out right here as well, this comic. So all these Marvel comics available for 30 days only. So check it out in the VeVe store. Still available right now. Great exclusive art, of course. Great storyline. You can check that out. That just happened yesterday. And then, of course, we had the West Coast Avengers #1 as well. That happened 2 days before that. And, so Tuesday, Thursday is usually kind of our comic drop. The Ultraman 4 is coming out on Wednesday next week. So just nice, kind of, it's right in the middle. And we have our Marvel release. I believe the Strange Tales I showed you is should be Tuesday or Thursday, but wait for official announcements. But again, with these comics, and with the one we released that we just showed, the whole thing with what's going on, in the Marvel universe and movies, it's kind of fun to watch. Because of what they did with the Thunderbolts and how they turned it to the New Avengers in that big promotional thing that they did. And this is the West Coast Avengers, which is different, but it's so cool to kind of like read up on these stories, and you can do it here.
For sure. Get some of that source material.
Yeah, for sure. And then I just wanted to touch on this comic because we weren't live last week. Amazing Spider-Man 5 with the first interaction between Spider-Man and Dr. Doom, this classic comic. Super cool. That one came out very successful. Still some available in the shop, but it's starting to dwindle down now. And this was the week before. So shout out to this one and to everybody who loves the Doctor Doom hype that's happening right now in the Marvel world is pretty high. And wouldn't it be cool? Like, think about, what made me think about this? So, in the MCU, how you have the Tom Holland Spider-Man, he's so close to Robert Downey Jr.'s character as Iron Man. Now, if Robert Downey Jr. is Doctor Doom,
yeah, that'd be weird, right?
Tom Holland,
those two fighting each other on screen,
yeah. Think about that. Like, why would they release this comic?
That's
I don't
a bit
know.
mind blowing.
Yeah, because imagine if like Parker in the movie, because nobody knows who he is. If you watch the end of the movie, there's a lot. I don't want to spoil it, but it's been out for a while now. But it's kind of a reset on Spider-Man, like with Tom Holland, and of course Robert Downey Jr. is gone. So what are they gonna? Is something going to happen here where he's like,
And to tie into that theory, no spoilers if you haven't watched any of Ironheart yet, but Ironheart revealed one of the probably most important Spider-Man villains in comic canon history. And that the villain that's revealed, if you follow him in the comics, he is known for sort of the multiversal multiple worlds type thing. And so I'm really curious, you've got, like you said, Doom introduction, you've got the Spider-Man reset of Peter Parker because of Doctor Strange, and now they've introduced one of the most major villains really in comics for Spider-Man and really for the overall universe and Ironheart. So I am curious to see what those next stages will bring.
I was very excited and intrigued, without spoilers, to find the person who was playing that character.
Yeah, I know.
That's really cool. I'm really excited that person is now involved. Because
King of the Castle. I couldn't believe it either.
Come on.
What's so cool is that so we have the FA of that character in the app as well as the comic, right? So you can go and check that out. Yeah, which is cool. Yeah, very cool. So, it's so fun. We'll get into it. We don't. The show is pretty new, so that's really nice of you guys not to try to spoil it for people.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, now we're going to spoil it. No, I'm just kidding. But this one came out, so let's move on. We're going to get to you, Mr. Falcon, in just a second, and we're going to show your latest AR creation, which is absolutely incredible. But let's move on here really quickly. We have 2 comic burns that are coming up. This is just news again. Usually we do this earlier in the show, but we wanted to get Josh on and talk to him, right? Which is great. Fantastic Four number 544. This one's going to be burning very shortly as well. So the announcements of, I believe this one actually already may have burned. Look at our socials. You'll find out. And of course, this one's coming up, actually, the Edge of Spider-Verse #1. This is scheduled next 30 days after the release. So look into the store. You can check it out. You can see it. We have the announcements in the app itself. Like, you'll get a notification like an hour before. So always keep that VeVe app on all day, every day. I know you all do anyway. I know I do. I can't help it. Look, Osmond's here. He's got his show later today too. Great to see you for sure. But let's get to why we're really here. It's your time now, Ben. We had him. We wanted to come up and show something that you created, and if you don't mind, I'd like to just pop that right now. Your Maserati video. What do you think?
Yeah,
Should we
go
pop
for it.
that? Let's do it.
You're always picking straight vibes for that music.
Oh yeah. Go for
Anytime you
vibe.
send me in a video, I'm like, yep, that's a good soundtrack. It's a good one. Nice work.
That is so cool. That'll be going across all our socials very shortly, you guys, so you can share it, play it. Can you tell us like what the process is, Ben, on how you put these together? They're so great and so fun. And how long does one of them take you? You know,
I mean, yeah, you've all seen a Maserati in the woods, right?
Yeah, of course.
That's where you
I
find
mean,
them.
that's
Yeah,
where you
of course.
find them.
Yeah, I mean, it varies how long it takes, but I mean, it's just me, so I go out with my tripods. Corey actually gave me a really good tip because recently I've been trying to interact with the collectibles a bit more, so I'm now placing a spare tripod where I will be to frame the shot, and then I'll go and step in, which is going well. But this one, yeah, I went to the woods, and I tend to get lots of shots of the collectibles and some creative moving shots, and then I'll go back home all excited and piece it together. So, I mean, a shoot like this took, I think I was in the woods for maybe 3 hours, and then I go and edit, and that takes some time. It really varies, but it's a very pleasurable experience. I love it. It's just awesome. So I
be
I
more
don't
fun
even
when
know.
there's people watching you, right? Like I think that's my favorite part whenever you're talking to me about this is,
Yes.
you know, people just observing you flying through the air at
Yeah.
nothing, and you know, standing in place of tripod.
Yeah. Funnily enough, just before I spoke to you guys a few hours ago, I went to the park to try and get a shot of me interacting, and it was a kind of dynamic thing I was trying to do, and I noticed there were two like school kids just looking at me like, what is he doing? But I don't care. It's I know that the end result will work. That one you're showing there, that was I roped my family into doing that.
And you hit
that
your
little
kid
skit.
in the back of the head with a rock too. Like,
Yeah.
well, I mean, child abuse on the sake of the augmented
It's for the
reality. I
art.
don't know how I feel about that.
it's
I
hard.
just
Yeah.
well, it's actually a CGI rock.
What?
So wait, I tried it with real ones, but my shot it just didn't work. I missed. But yeah, it's awesome. I love it. I just love it. I get to do that every day. It's very, very cool.
Yeah, you told some really funny stories. I know you were up in a Twitter space earlier this week about some of the wild experiences you've actually had. You told one about, you don't have to tell the whole story here, but it was pretty wild. You're at the park. There was a naked man. Like who knows what happens when you're out there in the wild doing these things.
You threw out there. Yeah, that happened. I get a lot of, I just, people are intrigued because they think there's something not quite right. I'm dancing around with nothing, and but I showed them, and every person I show is like, oh, that's so cool, and they have pictures, and it's fantastic,
and that's exactly why we have you doing what you're doing too.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that moment where someone understands that these aren't just JPEGs on a screen, and they see that they can be placed in an environment is literally why, we're working with you, because you do one of the best jobs, if not the best job, of showing the fun nature of what these are, like the feature that's built into them, the way they're designed to be used. Really love, everything you've been doing, bud.
Oh, thank you. And thank you to both of you for championing me. And MC, you were very supportive with VeVe News that I did, which was definitely a stepping stone to what I'm doing now. And obviously, Corey, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. It's just, I love, like Josh was saying, I get up every morning with a smile on my face, and head out into the world, ready to add some fun. It's great.
Well, we have another video that you created a little while ago that we're also going to share as well. And this is not on a new asset, but a previous drop. And so we got all sorts of stuff like this. I'll ask you like if we got more in the pipeline too, but let's check out this little one right here that you did as well. Super fun.
Upgrades.
Little story behind that one. So I went into central London to film that, and there was this really cool, like industrial building around London Bridge area, and I went into this like sort of not a basement in the wild. It was a part under the building, and I started filming, and I got escorted out because I wasn't allowed to be there. I've been escorted out of quite a few places now.
No way.
Yeah, and then I was walking back to the station like I haven't got what I wanted, so I just set up on the bridge and boom. And they're so, you know, these collectibles are easy to shoot because they're animated. You just put a camera in front of them and they go to town. So yeah, that was a fun one to put together ultimately.
Oh, yeah. So awesome. Yeah, I can imagine. Hey, so what's the craziest place you've ever tried to get into that because you said they won't let you in? You're like, oh, I could shoot a video in there. And
well, I had a really nice location on top of a car park quite near me, but I was escorted out of that car park. They didn't want me there. I'm trying to think.
That like ties back to the Maserati where I'm like, so why is it in the woods and maybe not on the street or something? And you're like, well, you know, I got kicked out of the car park and then I got
it's Maserati delership and they're like, why are you standing on top of a Maserati in the dealership? Who is this guy?
This is the thing. So the natural environments tend to be less problematic. I mean, I meet interesting people there, but I don't tend to get escorted out. I went to the beach last week. That was really cool. So yeah, just trying to mix it up and find an environment that is appropriate for the collectible. And sometimes it just fits. I think the Toby P guys with the tune you really liked, Corey. That was
super chill. Do we still have that in the
you mean this one?
Library? Oh. He's just a chill guy, boys. He's just a chill guy.
He's just a chill guy. But a collectible like that, I know a lot of the characters. You know, if it's a RoboCop or a Human Torch, then I know the history to that kind of like those Fantastic Four guys. I know the history for those characters, but I didn't know an awful lot about the P. So it's just a case of kind of going with my gut and putting him somewhere where I think he'll work. So yeah, I think that came together quite nicely.
Well, we know that we can always count on you to do a great video.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Had to do it. I'm sorry. I had to do it.
And I found myself, since I started doing this, I pay a lot more attention to the sky, because a flat gray sky, I can't do anything with that. A gloomy, cloudy sky. Now we're talking
cinematic masterpiece stuff.
So that was a gloomy, cloudy sky for the count, and that was where that incident happened. But it was a good day, an interesting day.
Speaking of dark and gloomy,
No, you're-
Absolutely awesome, dude. I just had
You are on fire.
I know.
He's,
Well, hey,
he's got
segue
dad
in.
jokes like you've hit your stride today.
I
You're just
know. It's
delivering.
incredible. That
Oh,
was
I'm just glad I'm here
my
to
only
witness it.
nighttime shoot. That one, I did that at night. It was like the magic hour, and the sky looked very beautiful. Not
You
sure
know,
how much.
Chris, Chris had to jump in on the Daredevil right there. We know how Chris is.
Yeah, this is
Of
Dave.
course, yeah, he's awesome. But they just all look amazing. It's I just put the camera there, and the rest just it just happens.
Yeah, for sure. So, like I was going to ask, so I know you're working on stuff in the future. We saw the Maserati one, and maybe the process, like, so obviously, Corey, I know that you're the team. When you put these together, like some of them have to be approved, of course. Like, what's that kind of process for you? Like, how many revisions do you do ish? Like, is it depending on the video you're making, or you behind the scenes, just to give people a sense of how much work that you put into these vids, because they're super. I mean, they're great, right? So maybe a little insight into that kind of process would be.
I think the process has evolved, hasn't it? So we've, if we look back at December, when I kind of started working with Corey, we were really, that was just stills, and then started putting together some reels, some still reels, and to the point where now it's, well, you might see me feature a little bit, got a bit braver, and just really trying to show that it's a digital collectible, because as Corey has said, these collectibles look so good that a lot of people would watch that video and think, oh, I can, when are you going to post that to me? But we've just thought, inserted various shots as we've gone on. So the camera raise to start with is I think an immediate sign that this is on your phone. This is not in the real world. The showing a bit more phone interaction, as well as the collectible, and a little pic with maybe me in it at the end. So it's been a process of piecing things together, and yeah, I mean, maybe Corey, you can talk a bit more about licenses.
For sure.
We send them over, and sometimes they go well.
I think you hit the nail on the head. It's truly just a testament to the relationship that we've built with our licensors over time. It's us showing that we're receptive to their feedback, that we're willing to adjust as we go, and as our ability to gain that trust increases, the amount that we can show increases. So like you said, it was just static images at first, and there were revisions on static images.
Yep.
And then as we got that process down, you understood what we needed to get it approved. Then we started moving into videos, and a lot of those got rejected. And I think that is why, sometimes we release AR videos long after the product is released.
Yeah.
There's two reasons for that. One is we potentially had to go through a lot of revisions. Maybe there's some changes to the models, but also it never hurts to keep showcasing something after you release it. Like I never liked the idea of we do all of our promotions before a release and just never talk about the thing again.
Yeah.
Stuff that we're releasing so awesome. Like we should celebrate it more than just up to the drop date. We should do those anniversary style posts, which we've been doing, which is awesome. And you've been helping support. But yeah, truly, it is just a testament to our ability to adjust to feedback. And honestly, I would say most of the videos that we've submitted recently, with the exception of maybe some technical issues with the models themselves, have been approved with zero changes. So, I mean, I feel like we've really got like a good storytelling format, like you mentioned, showing the phone multiple times so people are clear that these are digital collectibles, and the do's and don'ts with specific licensors, because there are requirements with each licensor in terms of how we can showcase a thing. We totally respect that, because they can't bend the rules for us. We have to follow the same rules as every single company in the world that's licensing their treasured IPs and showcasing them.
Yeah.
So it only makes sense that we fall in line, and we do what we're supposed to do. Yeah, you've been doing a killer job. Like it's been a lot easier for me, sitting in the meetings with the licensors, because it's almost zero conversation about AR and AR approvals. Really now, how we got from stills to video was those conversations, because we've been doing a good job. And so now, as we continue to do a good job with video, we can be like, well, we want to be doing these VeVe showcases with the IPs. We want to maybe include this as part of this AR. We want to include a human in it. Like, you want people to know that this is a digital collectible. Let us put a human next to it so they can see with their eyes and be like, I get it. Like, he's placed it on the phone. Now he's hitting share. Like, clearly he's taking care of himself in an augmented reality environment to share on VeVe Social, right? So, it's just constant evolution. I mean, whenever I first got hired at VeVe, that I wasn't able to make any videos with any licensor. They were like, nah, we don't let licensees do that. And so it's really just our ability to have a dialogue, prove trust, show that we're capable, and then continuing to evolve with what the requests are.
Yeah,
good stuff.
That's absolutely it.
Here's a question right here for you. Just as someone who's working there all the time. Here's Ronnie. How you doing, Ronnie? Yo. Good to see you. It's hard to put yourself in AR videos with no friends' help. We've seen that you've been able to do some stuff like that. And you mentioned a tripod and stuff like. You have to get into it super detailed, but how do you kind of manage those sort of limitations that you and create these great things?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't using a tripod before. I would place a rock or a stone, but I tend to, like, if I was doing a little skit or something with a Grogu next to me, I just position. I place where I am going to be in the frame. So a rock, a twig. If you have a tripod, that works very well, funnily enough. And then move him to where I think he will be, and then you go for it. If you want to move your camera, that's going to be more difficult, and some of the collectibles might do that to you. But I think if you set it up, maybe if you have a tripod, that's pretty useful. It is quite easy to position yourself in there, and then you can use the record function, or you can screen record, which is what I do most of the time. So yeah, it's not impossible. It just takes a little bit of practice.
And that's a tried and true video journalism method, which you and I talked about this a while back. Whenever I was going through video journalism school for the military, as I was getting ready to be a combat cameraman, like, one of the things, you're by yourself, like, you don't have a camera crew with you, and you might just be doing documentation of an event that's occurring, which requires you not to be on a camera, relaying information, but you might be doing like an Armed Forces Radio Television Services video update where, you're like, it's MC2 Tracks reporting live from blah, 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 and you do your thing. No one's going to stop what they're doing for you, like in an active combat zone. Like, you need to sort that out. And so the best practice was to carry 2 tripods, because the nice thing about using the additional tripod is you can put the head of the tripod at the same height as your head. And if you're using a nice camera, you could put a white piece of paper on top of that and white balance against that paper. So now your lighting's correct, your positioning's correct, and then you just go stand centered on where that tripod was. And so ever since you've been doing that, like, the most recent videos you've been doing, like, your placement's been just like spot on. So it's kind of cool, seeing that come through.
It was a good tip. And yeah, I mean, I think the collectibles are like my military journalism. Like,
that's it. Like, I mean, I never got assaulted by naked accountants in a park like you have. So,
you've had some experiences out there.
I wasn't assaulted. I just saw it. Just to be clear.
The best part about it, I don't know. The best part about that story, in case people didn't hear it, and you can always come to you for the full story, right? Or maybe you'll share it again in another live. But when people were coming up to you wondering if you were filming that person who was running through the park naked, and you're like, no, I'm doing my own thing. It's like, are you filming them? No.
That was it. They thought I was filming him. No, I'm filming this imaginary thing instead.
Which is like, then you have to explain, well, what are you filming? And then it's like, that's much better.
I had a man. I had my phone on a tripod, and he was quite an elderly man. He walked past me at a bit of a distance and just went, "It's the death of photography," and then just kept walking. And what I wanted to say is, come and look at what I'm doing, and then you really will think it's the death of photography.
Put on a robe first.
But yeah, these things happen all the time. It's great. It's fun.
Well, that's awesome, man. Thanks for coming on, just sharing a little bit.
Having me.
We'll definitely have you back. Our live stream's almost over, but we're just going to let you go here and get back to work. Anything cool that you can, well, I guess we'll wait and see, but any videos that you're working on right now that will be released, maybe if drops that have already come out that you're in the background, that because the Maserati one will go out very shortly, everybody, to everyone to share and see on all our socials, vertical, horizontal, everything, which is great. And the Fantastic Four one, which is something we've been kind of keeping to the side there. That'll go out as well. So we'll keep sharing, but you got a whole list of things you're working on now, or you got more stuff coming?
I'm gonna save Ben's life
Please
here.
do.
We live.
That's a tripwire question. I'm sorry.
That is a tripwire question. Him and I, and really my entire team, live so far in the future. And so it's hard to know, like, even during these live streams, you know, or I was like, did the Alex Ross 1-for-1 Vampirella release already? Like, am I? It's tricky because we are living so far in advance. And that's really our goal. Like, our goal as a team, along with the artists and the sculptors that are making these, is that we're working on things that are releasing 8-9 months in the future, preferably a year. And that gives us the opportunity to not just make the website, make the images, make the social posts, the emails, like all of the different things that we need to contribute for content, but also provide more extensive AR coverage, combine like more extensive VeVeverse coverage. But the only way for us to do that is for us to work so far ahead that we can extend our approval timelines with all of our licensors. And so Ben, like myself, now is working so far to the future that I usually, whenever we're working on something, I'm like, when does this even release? So I have to be really careful whenever I come on your live stream or on these live streams to like double check that I'm not spilling the beans.
So,
well, hey, you know.
So no, I can't say.
Well, we'll keep it at that. That's amazing. But yeah, I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for coming on the live, Falcon. Everybody, make sure you're following him on socials. He's posting his own content too, which is great, as you saw. You know, when we shared like his X feed there. Are you on other platforms as well? Are you on like TikTok and Instagram?
I'm on the gram. I'm on the TikTok. I need to get back to posting my own stuff a bit more. Might do one tomorrow.
Where do you do your voice impressions? My wife stumbled into it was like you in a car. You're doing voices,
in a car,
like voice impersonations.
Yes, I did do a podcast with my friend. I mean, who do you want?
Oh,
give me any. Give me one that's safe for content. No presidentials. No.
Yeah. Okay.
No politics. That's because you do a good one, but I don't want to mix into it.
Not today.
Right, I'll wrap it up. Okay, I'll wrap it up with a little bit of Jason Statham. So it's been an absolute pleasure being on, guys. I'm gonna go out into a field and film a couple of collectibles, and I'll see you very soon. There you go. There's some Statham.
So
I'll bring another one next time.
We got to bring you back on just for that, just the whole series of them.
Yeah, I met. Sorry, I will go, but I was chatting with Mark Brooks a bit in London, which was really fun, and we were doing Michael Caine impressions for quite a while. So he was young Michael Caine, and I was old Alfred Michael Caine. Oh my, that's the way. Bless Ducko. And there's a bit underneath the screen as well. But that was really nice. He's a lovely man. And you know, you just throw it out there and see what happens.
That's awesome. Older Michael Caine. Please don't. Yeah, that was great. I won't even try it. Well, thanks, man. We'll let you go. We'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Later, buddy.
Oh, so much fun right there, Corey. We're coming to the end of the live stream today, but man, what a crazy day we've had. Great announcement as well. You saw the video, everybody, for Ultraman. We had Collectors Gone Digital join the show today. That was great. Thank him for coming out. Make sure you're supporting what he's doing. Also, want a big shout out right here because we got Master Roni in the chat too, and we're talking about VeVeverse builders. I'm working on my biggest VeVeverse Marvel world that I'm building for a community member. Can't wait for the community to see it. Master Roni, if you're not following him, his team is growing. Same kind of thing. Absolutely amazing. We'll get him on the show here at some point as well and talk to him about what he's doing. Super great. We really want to support all the creators in the community, and he's one of the best. There's lots of others too. Sorry for not mentioning you guys today, but just know that the whole team is just super impressed with what everybody's doing. And
absolutely.
And you know what I wanted to say, Corey, for me, just personally, because we started off the show today talking about on my way joining the community team as an official VeVe team member, which is great, as well as FlexiCat is also in the chat here too, who joined as well, with Josh, our community manager on Discord. Then we have, of course, Collectors Gone Digital Josh working with the team directly. You got Mr. Falcon working with the team doing AR. All of these unbelievable, amazing content type creators and talented people from the community. We got Max and Janie and VeVe Magic on the ground at our events, doing amazing coverage, working with the team. I just think it's the most amazing thing ever, that we have all these great, talented people in the community that are like working with the company and at all sorts of capacities. It's just, for me, it's just an absolute joy.
I totally agree with you. There's just a level of experience and care and joy that people that love this project bring to everything that they do, that no matter how amazing a person's and we have some amazing people on our team who had never heard of VeVe before they came to the team. And this is definitely not disparaging them, because they do outstanding work. But there is a certain value that people that really love this project and they've been here for a long time bring whenever you pull them in. And it's hard to replicate the kind of magic and care, that they bring to every single thing that they're doing. So I'm super, stoked to see that we're expanding more into those sort of collaborative opportunities.
And it's great. And you mentioned a couple people who have joined the team who, weren't in the VeVe community, but bring their talents as well in the campaign side of stuff. And the other side, some people that you don't quite know, of course, that are working behind the scenes that are like super talented, bringing new eyes and new perspectives to what we're doing. And I know your team, especially the whole marketing team and everything, is really coming up with some crazy, amazing stuff, everybody, for the next, this month coming up, our event coverage stuff, our drops, our collabs. The role that I'm doing is shifting a bit too, in a really good way. We'll talk about that next week. And we're just super happy that you guys come out and share some time with us each week here on the live. We will see you, of course, on the next live stream, but make sure you stay tuned for our, I think those videos are out now. Our Ultraman, it's so amazing to have him.
Yeah, Christopher Sean.
Yeah, Christopher. So his videos are now out across socials. Make sure you share them, interact with them. Go follow him on X. Say, hey, great vid. It's super cool to have somebody like that jump in. It blew my mind when Blackpink were doing that too. They did the video, remember that? But Corey, happy 4th of July to you and everyone else in the United States. And I hope you have a great day, man.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are in the US, drink responsibly and enjoy your pyrotechnics. That way we can see you in the very next live stream. And until then, happy collecting.